Hello, welcome to Looky Looky Loo Crafts. I'm Candace and I'm here today again working on my patchwork thing, but I decided that I should practice my stitches. You know what I got? You might be able to see right here is a line. I got two lines going to kind of help guide me because, guys, oh, I'm just not as smart as I used to be or something. You lose it in your old age. Things and patterns and things don't make sense. The ins and outs, the ups and overs and throughs, and I get confused. So I've been 2 hours trying to learn this blanket stitch, and I did record a bunch of it, but I'm saving y'all of those because, jeez, how stupid can you be? So I finally had to get me a piece of paper, and I drew two lines on it, and I wrote numbers on it, and I practiced with just that piece of paper. So I think I have it. And these instructions in this book, they don't read well to me. Now I have a crochet book, and every stitch is written out for you. I mean, I understand it, so, and that's very difficult. And you got to learn all those abbreviations and everything. And, you know, I can read that book, so surely I should be able to read this book. But it leaves out a little detail that helps you out. Okay? So I'm going to try to keep this on. I've been trying to play with my camera angles to give y'all a better look. So if I get out of frame, please forgive me. Because it's hard to look at what I'm doing, plus look at the camera to make sure I'm doing it on camera. Okay, so I did not put a knot in it after all that knot tying business. And I learned to tie nice, pretty little knots. I don't need a knot for this one. Because believe me, once you get the stitch in there, it's a battle to get it out. You're at war with it. It ain't coming out of there. Okay, so I'm up at 1, and I'm down at 2, and I'm just trying to make a very basic uh, stitch here, y'all. It's a blanket stitch. Very basic. Very, very basic. I'm like, man, a 2-year-old could do it. Okay, so up at 1, down at 2, and back up to 1. See, now I'm confused. Which one was 1 and which one was 2? Okay, this one is 1. Okay. The top line is 1. I got to remember, top line is 1. So I got to go back up at 1. Can y'all see what I'm doing? Maybe. Back up at 1, and you got to get it right. Back up at 1. Well, I'm a little off, but that's okay. That's okay. I can be a little off. It don't have to look exact. Okay. So I pulled up at 1, I went down at 2, and I went back up at 1. I have to make a loop to the left. You see, that's where they're getting you. So make a loop to the left and go down at 3. So this is 1, that's 2, this is 3. No, that's 1, that's 2, this is 3, and that's 4. Did y'all see that? So 1 and 4 are on the same line. So that's number 1. Okay, down at 3. Down at 3 and up at 4. Okay. 3 and 4 are 1 needle poke. 2 needle pokes, 1 pull through. Okay, now all you gotta do is come up over the string and then pull it through. Okay, simple, simple. And you get a U. See, I made the first one. Okay, over loop, pull through. Make a loop to the left, down at 5. 5 is down here with 3. So down at 5, up at what am I up at? Up at 6. Up at 6 and goes like that. Okay, hey, I got 2 stitches. All right, well that's what I did on my paper. Okay, this is my stitch sampler piece, my practice piece. This is my patchwork piece, and I'm going to put this stitch along the edge of this yellow, but I don't want to mess it up, so I'm trying to practice. Keep my string from being dummied up. Okay, so it's very simple. You hold it with your thumb, you go down here, go back up at the top line, and pull it through. See how simple that is? It's taken me 2 hours. I had to take a break. I had to be depressed for a little bit. I had to call myself a dummy, and then decide that I wasn't going to give up and be defeated, that I could figure it out and come back to it several hours later. So this is going to be a long journey if my brain power just keeps failing me. Okay. Now these probably are a little bit long because I wanted to give myself plenty of looking room. Come on, string, don't tangle up now. I just about got this figured out. They could be tighter, y'all. They could be tighter, but the pattern is coming out the way it's supposed to. Look at there. Can y'all see that? It's coming out like it's supposed to. So I'm happy with that. So I'm just going to go practice on down this line until this stitch gets somewhere close to my long-term memory so that I can remember it to work on my real piece. And if I have to put a pencil line on it, I will put a pencil line on it. It's not a problem. You're supposed to be trying to get them about the same width apart. I hadn't looked to see how I'm doing on that one. So the whole trick of the matter is to hold the dang string at the top. Why don't they just say hold the string? That ain't making a loop, that's holding a string. That whole making a loop thing was throwing me off. Y'all should have seen some of the messes. Well, you could see it. I made videos of it. Because I video as I sit here and practice and do stuff. But I'm trying to be a little bit more selective about what I put up. So I think I've got this stitch for right now. Tomorrow it could be Greek again. You know, no offense to the Greeks. Oh, excuse me. You know what? I'm not editing that out. I'm sorry. I'm just not going to. This stitch is giving me so much problem. I'm having success. The whole world is going to see it. Or my whole world. It's going to see it. Cough and all. I should have muted it. I didn't think. I'm sorry. It's been a stressful stitching day. But I have persevered. And I am proud of myself. Things just ain't going to be easy like they used to be. That's all. Got to accept it and deal with it and learn how to overcome. That's what I'm going to do. I hope. Right now I'm being very optimistic. All right. Don't get tangled up on me. Now I don't want to waste this string, so I'll have to take it out of here when I get ready to do it on the real piece. And I think I got it. The whole thing is holding it with my thumb at what they're calling a loop. It's just holding the dang thread. I don't think I got very good books for beginners. There's a whole lot of pictures and a whole lot of little bit of writing. And I could show you my crochet book if I could get in the closet and get to it. That thing looks like it has seen better days, but that thing looks terrible. It's falling apart because I used it so much. But I have to keep flipping back to see what the abbreviations mean because I can't remember what the, until I do it over and over and over. But you get the hang of it. Once it gets in your long-term memory, then you can get the hang of it. It's getting the information. But them instructions are long. And these are little short instructions. But somehow they're not clear to me. I don't understand how I can read that crochet book, but I can't read this book and have it make any sense. That I don't understand that. I'm thinking about getting me some books from the dollar store, like they have for children to learn to do math and stuff like that, and maybe just kind of start retraining my brain to problem solve and keep, a way of keeping my brain active. And well, should be embarrassed to admit that, but you know what? I'm not embarrassed to admit it. It's kind of obvious when you watch my videos and hear me talk. I was talking to my son the other day. I said, I was watching my videos and I noticed that I'm talking kind of choppy and be talking about one thing and all of a sudden I'm up on something else. And then I'll go back to the first thing as if, I didn't break my sentences or anything like that. And so I said to him, it must be very hard to have a conversation with me. And he said, yeah, sometimes it was. I said, well, son, why didn't you ever say anything? And he said, well, what are you going to say? You got ADD. That's. And I said, well, I appreciate that, son, except that I've never had ADD. So I can't have ADD now. So, yeah, I'm a little concerned. And how long has it been going on since he hasn't said anything? And just think, me being this way is normal. So that's a little concerning. Sorry, I had to have a little drink. So the videos are helping me in ways I never imagined. Okay, look at there. We're back to the subject of stitching. I'm sorry, I got a little personal. My apologies. So they're not exactly even, but I think they're even enough and separated apart. And this looks kind of straight. It's a little not straight right there, but I can live with it. So I think I'm ready to try the stitch on my actual piece. So I'm going to take this out while, I'm going to leave it in there because this can be the piece that goes in my book for my practice stitch piece. Okay, good idea. I'm glad somebody thought of it. Okay, so thank you for coming and watching my video. I really do appreciate you. And, like, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. And as always, do as the Lord moves you to do. All right, bye-bye now.